Oh, hi there. Hope you're ready because we missed 2 episodes and NAB happened this week, so things are about to get wild. We snog. So there's actually so much to cover that I'm splitting it up. It's NAB recap week. Today we're covering new cameras and lenses announced at the show. Everything is in our short story format, and if you want more information on any of these topics, head over to the sources listed both in the description and on the corner of this video. Most stories come from News Shooter and No Film School. Both did an extraordinary job at covering the show. I did not go, unfortunately, and I am not trying to steal their thunder, but help you sort out through the 300 plus pieces of content out this week. So let's just jump in. We start off with Blackmagic's announcement of the Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. It's bigger than the first, still micro four thirds, though with a reduced crop factor, 1.9x this time. It has dual ISO, a 5-inch screen on the back, and can record 4K 60p Cinema DNG RAW to SD cards, CFast, or even an external drive through a USB-C port. It even has phantom power mini XLR port, a full-size HDMI, and lots of other features. You should definitely go check it out. It's less than $1,300 and I definitely want one. While on the subject, Blackmagic released an update to Resolve, version 15 now. Included is a new tab for Fusion. That's right, Fusion. Now fully integrated with Resolve. You also get improvements all around, and it's a free upgrade for existing owners. It's like Christmas in April. We're in April, right? And Sony announced the new FS5 II. It's new, but you wouldn't really guess it at first. Still only records 8-bit 420 internally at 30p, but now gets more slow-mo burst features in all resolutions, and outputs RAW for external recorders. Okay Sony, hear me out. At this point, with the Blackmagic release, the only chance the A7S III has in this market is for you to go full Canon. Your autofocus has to be superb. They also have new camcorders aimed for TV use, the C280 and C190. They both use 3 sensors, which is interesting. Both record in 4K 10-bit 422 and have a ton of other run-and-gun focused features. JVC also has a new camera aimed at TV and news productions. It's a 2/3 inch sensor with HDR 422 10-bit. The party trick, however, is its integration with their communications engine, which will let users stream over an IP, straight from the camera, and even receive an incoming video feed as well. This is useful for interviews and stuff. And Panasonic had several announcements. They have a new 4K HDR 240 frame capable studio camera, a new firmware for the EVA1, adding RAW output and ProRes RAW. There's a new line of production-centric network device interface, whatever that means, and Barrycam also got an update. There's new PTZ cameras. I'm not familiar with any of that, so let's keep going. Actually, the EVA upgrade is pretty cool. Insta360 showed off its upcoming 10K 360 camera. It uses 8 sensors to achieve this and has a 500 feet transmission system with a live view and control built in. There's no release date. Views? Booze? Also has a new VR camera. This one's quite affordable, shoots 4K 30p, and even has 4 microphones for VR sound. It has 8 lenses total, and it's $800 for the standard and $1,200 for a live stream ready model. Atomos has a new recorder/monitor. It's a small version of the Inferno. It's HDMI only, 5 inches, still 100 nits HDR, and the whole thing can record up to 4K 60p in ProRes RAW. Well, it could if anyone was outputting RAW over HDMI. It's $695. And now we move on to lenses. Tokina announced 2 new lenses, the 11 to 20mm T2.9 and the 105 T1.5 Prime. They're both full-frame lenses, and the 105 is the fastest full-frame 105mm lens, like, ever. There's also a new company, Spirit Lab. They're coming out with new cinema full-frame lenses, 22, 24, 35, 50, and 85mm, with their fastest one being 1.3T. But don't know which one. P+S Technik is adding a new lens to its Evolution line. It's a 2x anamorphic 135mm. It's $18,000. They'll also be adding other primes to their 1.5x anamorphic line. Meanwhile, SLRmagic now has PL to EF mount adapters for their lenses. New is also native EF lenses for some of their APO line, the 32mm and 85mm. They also announced the new Micro Prime Cine line of lenses. They're 25, 35, 50, and 75 Cine lenses with E-mount. They're not new, but the mount and housing is. Zeiss is upgrading their CP3 line of lenses. So many lenses. First of all, they confirmed that they will work with all large format cameras, but also now they can export EXIF data through the COOC-I protocol. White Point Optics is grabbing old vintage medium format Hasselblad lenses and re-engineering them from the ground up as cine lenses. Their goal is to have a modern, sharp lens, but with a lot of character, and they can even add 9 degrees of tilt shift. Meanwhile, Gecko Cam showed off a giant test machine for vintage lenses. They will also sell these old lenses rehoused and tuned with this giant thing. Or you can just send them your old lens and they'll fix it up for you. All sorts of mounts available too. And lastly, this is more of an accessory, but I'm just gonna throw it in here now. Cinematix International, a Chinese company, has made a case for phones with a lens mount. Not another one, you might be thinking. Well, this one mounts just about any lens you can think of. I'm talking DSLR and cine lenses. They have mounts for just about everything, they say, which is interesting. Why? And that does it for today, I think. Let me know if I missed anything at all, or just what your favorite story was. But if not, hit the like button and get subscribed, and I'll see you in a few days with everything new at NAB Lighting Edition. Yeah. I also have a ton of other cool projects coming up, but what I don't have is time. See ya.